नमस्ते, राम स्वरूप जोशी, lecturer mathematics, Swami Vivekanand Government Model School Asind is here with 7th lesson on chapter continuity and differentiability. Today we are going to take function in parametric form to find derivatives. How can we find derivative of functions in parametric form? Up to this stage, we have studied function in form of this type y equal to fx, where y is function of x. We have studied about implicit functions in which x and y are not separate, they are mixed, and inverse trigonometrical functions. Now, first of all, understand what is parametric form of functions. If given function where y and x are separately function of other functions, just say y is represented in form of gt, x is ft. Both these two, y and x, are written or are expressed in a form of function of t separately. Then this type of expressing function is called parametric form. To explain it, I am taking an example. The equation of circle with center at origin and radius a. A. The equation of circle is x square plus y square equal to a square. We can write this in another form. How can we write? I am writing x in terms of any other function and y also in the same function. Just say this radius OP in this circle makes angle theta with this initial line OX. P is a general point whose coordinate are XY. So distance between O and P, that is radius, is x minus 0 square plus y minus 0 square, and its whole square will be a square, radius equal to radius, and this gives this equation. If we want to express x and y in terms of theta, then what will we do? Draw a perpendicular from P on this line. It meets here at M, and OM is base here. In this triangle, right angle triangle, PMO. OP equal to A, it is hypotenuse. PM equal to Y, and that is perpendicular. Perpendicular. Again, OM is base and it is X. Base. We can write it as adjacent side and this as opposite side. Now we want to find value of x and y in terms of theta. So by our knowledge of trigonometry, this is y and this is x. X upon a is cos theta. So x cos theta. So x is a cos theta. and y upon b is sine theta. This is perpendicular, base upon perpendicular hypotenuse, that is cos theta, and this is perpendicular upon hypotenuse, that is sine theta. So y equal to a sine theta. So write in this way, or x equal to a cos theta and y equal to a sine theta. So we have written this equation of circle in this form, where x is a cos theta and y is a sine theta. A is radius of the circle and theta is the angle which the radius makes with this initial line. So this is another way of expressing it. This is called parametric form. So if you substitute these values here, you will have a square cos square theta plus a square sine square theta equal to a square is common here, and this will be cos square theta plus sine square theta, and it is a square because this is 1. So the condition satisfies. This is parametric form. We can express some functions in particular with using parameters as t, theta, or other parameters. Now, how can we find derivative of functions given in parametric form? Say y is a function in parameter of ft, gt, so, and x is ft, say. So we will find first derivative of y with respect to t, and then derivative of x with respect to t. We have to find dy by dt. If we find derivative of y with respect to t, it will be equal to derivative of y with respect to x and derivative of x with respect to t. If we use function of function rule, chain rule, then dy by dt obviously will be equal to so we will use this formula. If we are, I have written here wrong, dy by dx. Cross multiplied, I have divided this side with this by law of cross multiplication. So derivative of y with respect to x is equal to derivative of y with respect to t and derivative of x with respect to t. We divide these and we will get derivative of y with respect to x. Now I am taking example. So what is formula? Now I am taking one example. I am taking first of all the question from your exercise 5.6. Question number 1. We are given x equal to 280 square and y equal to 4 t raised to power 4. X equal to 280 square and y equal to 80 raised to power 4. As this is parametric form, so to find derivative of y with respect to x, I am writing here y equal to t raised to power 4. Derivative of y with respect to t is derivative of this function t raised to power 4. This a is constant and Derivative of t raised to power 4 with respect to t is 4t cube. That is 4at cube. We will use it later. Now, derivative of x with respect to t. Derivative of this function 2at square. Here 2a is constant, so we will write 2a, and derivative of t square is 2t, that is 4at. Now derivative of y with respect to derivative of x in parametric form, where y is 8 is raised to power 4 and x is 2at square. We shall have dt. On substituting the values, we already found here 4at square, 80 cube divided by this 480. So after cancellation or simplification, we shall have 4a cancels 4a and t cube, cancel t cube with t, we will have t square only. So this is the answer. T square. Derivative of this form of parametric function is t square. Now I am taking example 11. Question for solution. We are given x as this function and y as this function in parametric form. First, I am finding derivative of y with respect to t. Y equal to square root of a raised to power cos inverse t. So this is, we will use chain rule. We will use chain rule here. Let y equal to square root of u, where u is a cos inverse t, a raised to power cos inverse t. Find derivative of y with respect to u. We shall have 1 upon 2 u raised to power minus 1 by 2. I am writing it laterally, but we must proceed downward. This is by formula, it will be 1 upon 2 root u, and that is 1 upon 2 into square root of a raised to power cos inverse t. Now, what is u here? U is here a raised to power cos inverse t. So derivative of u, write it as u as a raised to power s. So this is u is function of s. So du by ds find here. Log of a into a raised to power s. Put here values, we will have log a into square root s is a raised to power cos inverse t, right? Again I am explaining. First I have taken y equal to square root of u, where u is a raised to power cos inverse t. So differentiating both sides with respect to u, we will get this after substitution of value of y, u. Then I have taken again function of function u as a raised to power s, where s is cos inverse t. So differentiating it with respect to s, we are obtaining this result. Again, s is what? It is cos inverse t. So derivative of s with respect to t is minus 1 upon square root of 1 minus x square. That is standard formula. So now derivative of y with respect to t will be dy by du into du by ds into ds by dt. You can take u, s and t, sorry, s, u. In place of u and s, you can take different symbols, different functions. I have taken u and s functions for chain rule. You can take as you wish. Now on substitution we shall get 1 upon 2 into a cos inverse t into log a raised to power cos inverse t into minus 1 upon square root of 1 minus x square. Now this is half power and this is power 1. So on simplification we shall have, in denominator we shall get 2 square root of 1 minus x square, and in numerator this cancels this and we get left with log a and with minus sign, because here it is minus, and square root of a raised to power cos inverse t. Similarly, if we find derivative of x with respect to t, what will be this? In the similar pattern, I am writing it direct, dy by dt equal to derivative of this function. First of taking this as function, it is square root, so it will be 1 upon 2 square root of a raised to power sine inverse t. Then derivative of sine inverse t with respect to t, we shall have log of a and a raised to power sine inverse t. And then derivative of sine inverse t with respect to t, we will get 1 upon square root of 1 minus x square. For purpose of revision, I am writing what is derivative of a to the base x. Derivative of this is log a and a raised to power x, or we can write it a raised to power x in first place, and second this derivative of sine inverse x is 1 upon square root of 1 minus x square, and similarly derivative of cos inverse x is minus 1 upon under root 1 minus x square. Now on simplification we shall get log a raised to power sine inverse t with square root and upon 2 into under the root 1 minus x square. So derivative of y with respect to x according formula will be derivative of y by dt, and then derivative of x with respect to t. On substitution we shall get minus log of a into square root of a raised to power cos inverse t divided by this numerator here 2 square root of 1 minus x square divided by log a square root of a raised to power sine inverse t, and this is, we shall have square root of 1 minus x square. On simplification, log a cancels log a, 2 by 2, square root of 1 minus x square with this, and we shall left with only minus sign in numerator and a raised to power cos inverse t divided by square root of a raised to power sin inverse t. Remember, this is y and this is x. X is given by this parametric form. So this is the solution. So what we have shown, hence derivative of y with respect to x is minus y by x. It is proved. Now we come to next topic, that is to find second order derivatives. First of all, we understand what is the meaning of second order derivative. Say y is a function given by this. Then derivative of y with respect to x is f dash x. We denote it f dash x. If we find derivative of y, we will get derivative of x, and it is written as dx square, d2y by dx square. It is called second order derivative. It is simply, we can say that if we find derivative of any function, derivative of given function, it is called second order derivative, and we denote it by f double dash x. So again repeating, if there is a function y equal to fx, y is function of x, if we find derivative of x, already we have studied it, we denote it by f dash x or f prime x. It is symbol of prime. We speak it as dash. Now, again we find derivative of this, then that is called second order derivative, and it is denoted by f double prime. I am taking it with an example. We are given a function in question number 1 of exercise 5.7. It is given x square plus 3x plus 2. Solution. Let y is the function of x square plus 3x plus 2. We have to find second order derivative. So first find derivative of x. Y with respect to x will be derivative of this, x square plus 3x plus 2. So derivative of x square is, by addition law, we will have 2x by formula, and then by of 3x is 3 and 2 is 0. That is 2x plus 3. What will be second order derivative? This will be derivative of this derivative. We shall have derivative of 2x, that is 2, and then 3 is 0. So 2. So answer will be 2. So second order derivative will be 2. First order derivative or simple derivative will be 2x plus 3, and second order will be 2. So if we are asked to find second order derivative, first find derivative of the function, and then again find derivative of obtained derivative. Solving one more question. Question number 9. We have to find second derivative of this function. I have denoted this by y. Now find first derivative, that is dy by dx equal to derivative of this log of log x. We will use here chain rule. First I am finding derivative of log x. So I am finding derivative of log x with respect to x. Log of log x with respect to log x, that will be 1 upon log x. And then derivative of log x, it is 1 by x. Again understand, if y equal to log of log x, say y equal to log t, then derivative of y with respect to t will be 1 upon t, and that is 1 upon log x. T is log x here. We have substituted t for log x, where t is equal to log x. Now, t is equal to what? Log x. So, derivative of t with respect to x will be derivative of log x, it is 1 upon x. So, this is the result I have written directly here. Again find derivative of this. Second order derivative of this y, and it means derivative of derivative. Log x. Using u into v method, we can find derivative of these two. Keep this as it is, and derivative of 1 upon log x plus derivative of 1 upon x, and keep log x 1 upon log x as it is. Now it will be 1 upon x. Now find derivative of this. We can write it log x raised to power minus 1. Using function of function method, we can first of all find derivative of this function with respect to itself. It will be minus 1 into log x raised to power minus 2 plus derivative of 1 upon x, that will be minus 1 into x raised to power minus 2 by same rule. And again here say find derivative of this minus 1. Again find derivative of log x, it will be 1 by x plus this will be minus x raised to power minus 2 simply, and then 1 upon log x as it is. Again we shall have minus sign common, and in denominator x square log x common. It will be 1 upon log x plus 1. And on solution we shall get minus 1 upon x square log x. Here taking log x as LCM, we will get 1 plus log x. On further simplification, we shall have 1 plus log x divided by 1 plus, x square, and log x into log x square. So we can write it x log x whole square. That is answer. X whole square. In this way, we can find second derivative. This is complicated here. We must not get confused when log x comes in denominator. We must take it as a function. And log x itself is a function. We can write it as t raised to power minus 1, and then we can find differentiation of this, and again then find the log differentiation of log x. Now I am taking this question number 17 of your textbook. We have to show this. Given that the function is y equal to tangent inverse x whole square. Derivative of y with respect to x will be derivative of this. Using function of function or chain rule formula, first find derivative of tangent inverse x with respect to tangent inverse x. Tangent inverse x is whole square. So this is power 2. We shall have twice of tangent inverse x. Now find derivative of tangent inverse x. It will be 1 upon 1 plus x square. This will be twice of tangent inverse x divided by 1 plus x square, or x square plus 1, whatever you may call. If we differentiate it again, we will have second order derivative of y. 2 is constant, so using u by v method, we can find second derivative. But this result is difficult to reach, or we will face difficulty. So what can we do? If we want to bring this result in less steps, then cross multiply this. You can achieve this result by proceeding in this way. You can find derivative taking it as u, and it is v by u by v method. That will lead us to the solution. That is derivative of, keep the second constant 1 plus x square, and derivative of tangent inverse x minus derivative of first, that is tangent inverse x. We have kept second as constant and find derivative of first. Now find derivative of, keep the first function as it is. One upon 1 plus x square, or divided 1 plus x square whole square. But this will be difficult. So what I am doing? I am changing the way of solution, or I return here. I am cross multiplying this by this. We shall have 1 plus x square dy by dx equal to twice tangent inverse x. Differentiating both sides with respect to x again, or we can write it dy by dx plus x square. We will keep it as it is, no problem at all. Differentiating again, u into v method, 1 plus x square, keep as it is, and derivative of this, second order derivative. Now find derivative of first, 2x, derivative of 1 plus x square, 1 is 0 and x square is 2x, and dy by dx. equal to, find derivative of this, 2 divided by 1 plus x square. In our result, we have to write it in this form. So now adjust it in this form. What will we do? Multiply each side, each term by 1 plus x square. I am writing it in simple way, x square plus 1. I am changing the order. This is 2 in right hand side. We can obtain 2 by eliminating this from denominator, or we don't want here x square plus 1 in denominator, we want only 2. So how can we replace this by 1? If we multiply this by x square plus 1, so for this, or you can see here, we want square of this. So both these two on observation leads us that we are required to multiply this whole equation of derivatives in by x square plus 1. So multiplying x square plus 1, we will get x square plus 1 into x square plus 1 d2y by dx square, that is second derivative, plus 2x into x square plus 1 first derivative, order derivative, are equal to 2 upon x square plus 1 into x square plus 1. On simplification, we shall live with x square plus 1 whole square, derivative of y second order derivative, plus 2x x square plus 1. We have, I have written it in later, 2x into x square plus 1 directly. Two. Or you can write it in this way, and then you can change the order. X square plus 1 into 2x. So we can write it, or this will lead us x square plus 1 whole square y2. This is second derivative, plus 2x into x square plus 1 first derivative equal to 2. Hence the result. That's all. Thank you.